I have heard that YouTube channels have a life cycle, and although not applicable to every creator, it seems as though Shillversity may be coming to its end. Right? Shillversity is dying, and I genuinely believe it is not for the lack of content that is tremendous in its quality. Indeed, much of the feedback we get, really the vast majority of it, certainly the vast majority that isn't disingenuous, says it's the best content we've ever made. And the other content that we made 4 or 5 years ago was really phenomenal as well. Clearly there are hundreds of millions of people who want to consume this content, who think it's good, think it's some of the best content ever made by anyone. But YouTube isn't serving those people recommendations, right? Okay. This is really phenomenal, high quality content. People love it and it's really expensive to make. Filming ninja training doesn't come cheap, but for reasons that are unclear, YouTube has tanked my channel and I'm going broke. It's quite literally only because of our most dedicated 6,000 Patreon subscribers that we've managed to keep the podcast going. Because that's not cheap to run, even though you might think it would be. Because Alf Gala and Dr. Streeth, they charge per word. That's how it's done in Australia, which is where I am right now. So what happened, right, was there was an abrupt downward trend on my channel starting in January, and it looks almost certainly like YouTube is deliberately destroying my channel because they don't like some of the, frankly, very reasonable things to say, all implied by the way, because I wouldn't say what I really think directly, about the 19th Amendment. We all know this has been going on forever with YouTube, silencing perspectives they don't like, but it especially matters now that it has happened to me. They like to frame me as being an extreme right-winger, but that's disingenuous. I'm really a middle-of-the-road conservative who sees the obvious truth that women like being in the kitchen. It's just true. I'm not saying it should be or shouldn't be, I'm just saying women love it. It's not anti-woman to say objective truths, even if they are unpalatable to the woke left mob. The objective truth is that women are lesser. That's just biologics. It's like to say if I was racist just because I said, and no judgment, but black people, and the effect has been devastating, right? Because I've had to take money out of my novel profits. It's a great novel, by the way. It's called Lolita Ties Her Shoelaces, a coffee table book. And of course there are negative reviews of it. It would be weird if there wouldn't be, would there? But a lot of them are disingenuous, so that's encouraging. But I've had to take money from that, that should have just been mine. I've had to take money from that and take money out of Shill Castle, which would have been content as well, so. Now, that project is on hold while I try to rebuild my shattered life. By the way, by Manbox, it's ninja fuel for the modern dad on the go. Manbox, delivered every day straight to your wife's kitchen. And what makes this worse is I've had to hire people because of my health. Because I suffer from malingering hemorrhoids. It's like a bunch of bloody grapes down there. It's a disability. Every time I sit down, it's like sitting on a whoopee cushion full of blood. I can't wear white anymore. I'm a bloody cripple. What's really disappointing is that I continue to make great content like this and less people are watching it. And what's more, I made this video 4 years ago and views are way down. Hardly as many people are watching the stuff I made 4 years ago as are watching the stuff I made last week. The only explanation is that YouTube is trying to tank my channel, okay? Lots of people have tried to tell me that more exposure to my second channel, Shill's Watch, is to blame, but they don't know how YouTube works, as my opinion is clearly the correct one. Remember, saying people don't like me or my very well considered views is disingenuous. My opinion is objectively correct, so I have no choice but to think it's YouTube's interference in an election year, as I do have the ear of the masses. With great content and no loss of subscribers, it can only be this. That's Occam's razor. Alright? And let's face it, you guys owe me. Remember last week when I bought that diamond encrusted cheeseburger and destroyed it in that really cool video? I barely made any money back. So, disingenuous. Right? I mean, is it really too much to ask for years and years of content for free? Great content, phenomenal content. People will even go out of their way to write how great the content is. Is it really too much to ask for, You know, everyone in America just give $1, $1. What's $1? Who can't afford $1? Greedy. This channel is screwed. Shillversity is screwed. If I can't... Right, look. If I don't make what I'm worth, what's the fucking point? Right, Frida Kahlo did it for the money. I hate going outside. I hate getting dirty. Even before I do this, I have to wash my hair. I hate that. I hate having to do that. I hate having wet hair on camera. I hate that. I hate filming. I hate being in the sun. I hate when women... I've got my other channel, like I said, Shilllands, which was all about me building a castle on an 8,000 acre property in Utica, New York that I bought. I've had to put that on hold now indefinitely because of money. Because I was going to use it for content. So it's not only... I'm losing money on it now, aren't I? Because, you know, if I did that now and no one's going to watch it, I'd have to hire 4 or 5 people for that. Follow me around. You know, thank you for your support, but please don't subscribe if you're not going to watch the content. Actually, it's quite rude doing that. So, I don't understand. Why does Mr. Beast get more views than me just because he's popular? Can't YouTube just give me some of his views? Or is YouTube suppressing voices in the ninja community who won't toe the mainstream narrative? Other people have suggested to me that my art, made with AI, designed by me, might have alienated some people. But that doesn't make sense, as my AI art is clearly far superior to She-Hulk, which everyone without any exception hates, and was written by people. So if my art is better than that, what's the problem? Which is better, left or right? Well, obviously the one on the right, which is an AI rendering of my original drawing on the left. Ergo, AI is good. I'm a very religious man, by the way, and that's why I can say that I am 100% confident that AI art is what God would want, because if God didn't want that, I wouldn't do it, because I live in constant fear of being smoted, because I am a very religious man, a godly man, alright? AI art takes skill, and equating prompters to simple data entry monkeys is a false equivalency, and it's disingenuous, alright? When someone writes a novel, they're not called phonies, or hacks, or garbage, or tone-deaf, or misogynists, or pederasts, because they made original sentences out of already established words. It's art! I mean, look at this image. Look at this image! Because I don't have any biases, and I think that's been pretty well established by now, okay? I can tell you now, objectively, it looks incredible, and I'm pretty sure Elon agrees. Here's one I've just finished. Here's my original drawing, and then the final version. Right? I think it's obvious. Obviously, I'm the artist, I'm a bit biased, but I think an objective person would say it's absolutely bloody phenomenal. I'm going to have to go and have a good think about my life now, because this has changed things for me. Bloody hell. And by the way, AI art is not theft, okay? Just think about it logically. If the computer does it, how are you the thief? Other people have suggested that my dismal numbers are because of my recent beef with my YouTube rival, much smaller, Jack or Mohammed or something, because he said that my latest video, which I think was some of the best content I've put out recently, well, not recently, but you know, it's a very high bar. But I think that, so my recent video, who would win an electric shark or a dingo, he said was unscientific. And I think that is elitist, disingenuous and gatekeeping, because what I'm doing is trying to build the community, the ninjaing community, and to say that you shouldn't talk about ninjaing unless you're an expert at ninjaing is disingenuous and toxic and really hypocritical, actually. And it's all about community. And if my channel can say whatever, the platform should be about saying whatever you want. Because it's about community, and that benefits all of us. It benefits me, it benefits my channel, and I am a ninjaing expert. That's worth mentioning too. He doesn't know anything. He didn't even think about electric sharks before I mentioned it. He was all talking about bevels and stuff. Boring. He says, what is it? Ursula? Ahmed? Whatever. He says that I only make videos for money, but it's the opposite of that, right? Because actually, I don't do anything for no money. It's a business, right? I don't give a fucking shit. If someone says to me, why are you watching Barbies, you don't even cook? It's because I see people as numbers. That's what I am. I'm a people person. It's because I'm a passionate people person. And right now, the numbers do not look good. So what does that say about you? I don't see why Dimitri, or whatever his name is, thinks it's depressing to appeal to the lowest common denominator when they're the ones who buy all our crap. Right? Without those people, we couldn't keep this going. And without us, those people would probably be on a street corner smoking meth. Right? So what I'm doing, it's really a service. And at this point, frankly, it's a charity. And I'm sick of it. I'm disgusted by you people taking advantage of me. So in conclusion, my channel is failing really because it is so successful. Because most people agree, the vast majority of people agree, certainly most people without any disingenuous beliefs believe that the content is second to none. So is it a victim of its own success? I don't know, but it certainly isn't the drama or my personality or recent events or the fact that I don't talk about anything but that. I'm not going to give up, but if I don't get any more money, if the money doesn't start coming in, I will have to give up. But I'm not choosing to give up. It's really your choice. So if you don't come up with a bit more money, one way or another, ad revenue or Patreon, then, I will have to give up and my family will die. I'm a ninja. I'm a good listener. People like me. I'm an expert. I have a vast experience with women from many different places. It's not all about me. It's not all about my childhood. People respect me. People like me. People like me.